You're transported 200 years into the past with a fully charged smartphone but no charger. What do? I'd show people pictures of my dog. Trading the phone for Louisiana. I got 67 gig of memes to educate the human race. Die of polio. Weren't you vaccinated? Yep, so am I allowed to just wild out? I'd like to think I would do something super clever and make myself rich, but I know myself better. I'd just play Candy Crush until it dies. Without much technical knowledge, not a whole lot. It isn't like the internet was in existence 200 years ago, so unless you had a lot of info saved locally, it isn't very useful. Maybe use it for a flashlight for a while. I have a survival guide saved on my phone, and a copy of a Goofy movie, so I'd be pretty fucking set. Don't worry, I'm always prepared. I have saved about 10 gigs worth of porn in my phone. Turn the phone off and leave it in an attic. Live the rest of my days as any other person. On my deathbed, tell my grandchild about the phone and to go look for it. They find it, but the battery is probably dead by now, and I don't know where I'm going with this. Grandpa sure got wacky in his old age. Anyway, throw that metal glass pocket thingy of his on the fire for kindling. Find toilet. Browse Reddit. Die of dysentery. Yeet that shit into a river so no one knows I'm a time traveler. Lower my brightness. Good thing I've downloaded Wikipedia. Pass off classics like November Rain as my own music. I wrote to let the dogs out in a 5-minute acid frenzy. Cry. Go all Back to the Future Part 2 and mail it to myself on a certain date in the future so that I can try and reverse engineer the phone and become the pioneer of smartphones. Become a multi-billionaire and rule the phone world, if not the entire world. It makes sense, right? Edit. Come to think of it, this sounds more like Paycheck with fewer stunts and traveling back in time instead of forward. I'd take photos until my battery would run out. Then I'd leave the phone in some safe place waiting for time to catch up so someone can find it, charge it and find the photos. Die of like a million different viruses and illnesses that I'm not immune to. Also spread around modern superbugs that will eradicate all human life on Earth. Also take a selfie before I die. Maybe I'd start some sort of religion/cult around this tiny cold box that makes sounds and has moving pictures. Get rich and enjoy the rest of my life. Granted that I'm not going to get executed for witchcraft. Depends on the delivery, I guess. Find a merchant, preferably one in a royal court, demonstrate the camera/recording abilities, and talk up the potential of how you can use it to record and organize your royal life. Downplay/lie when they ask how long it'll last. Get paid as much as possible and then haul ass out of that country and preferably across an ocean as quick as possible. The biggest problem is trying to find someone who will pay you versus someone who just steals it off you. Show up to a world fair with my mysterious light box. Make a name for myself as an inventor or at least some mysterious guy with a mystical device. Invent basic electricity generators and computers. Try to charge the phone with a hand generator or something. Try to reverse engineer the phone. Honestly, invent antibiotics and cancel my Spotify subscription. Those bastards ain't getting me shekels anymore. Forget the phone. You're 200 years in the past with an intact brain. Invent things that are common today. Invest in the stock market. Open Tinder. Oh look, it works exactly the same 200 years from now. I'd download a copy of Avengers Infinity War and show it to the world leaders of 1819. I'd explain that the images they're seeing are of the future on Earth. I figure I'd either be killed or live a life of luxury from then on as I continue to drop details about the future. Freak the fuck out about being transported 200 years into the past. Get wire and a potato, plug it in there. Probably become a slave. Unfortunately, it's not like a black woman has freedom to just be around the 1800s. Play a couple of tunes before I'm burned at the stake. I'd take a ton of pictures of daily life stuff. Then I'd remove the batteries and anything that might leak when it's dead and try to pack it up nicely in some form of time capsule so people could find it years later and be like, WTF. There would be a ton of pics of me on it doing stupid shit, like your mom for instance. I invent the microwave, so I can charge my phone. Then I kill Hitler with knowledge. Convince the village people I'm a wizard, and become their chieftain. Then garner power for my new clan using my trusty digital almanac. Put it in a vault with strict instruction to give it to Nikola Tesla. Bust one final nut before I die of diseases I have no resistance to. Go to the biggest church around and secure my place in mythology. Smash it so no one can get the tech. Then live a simple life of a farmer and have 24 children. Freak the fuck out about being transported 200 years into the past. Assuming I was aware that this was going to happen and could prepare for it, I'd have downloaded as much from Wikipedia as possible. From there you'd be in a great position. If it was like I just charged my phone and then walk out of my door and poof I've unexpectedly traveled, then I guess I can use it to let them hear what kind of music we have in the future, show them some photos of my dog, and use it as a flashlight, but that's about it I think. Guess I better download some stuff from Wikipedia, just in case. Since there's no network, what I have is a camera with no battery charger. So first I figure out a way to build a battery charger, possibly like a manual camping one. Then until my last day, I go film/take pictures of historical moments with little or no documentation available in the 21st century. When I'm done, I leave the phone and instructions/documentation for its energy input in case the timeline I'm in leads to a vastly different future, in a place that'll still be safe in the 21st century, like a bank vault or an old monument, and leave one or more notes behind me with puzzles/riddles to solve that lead to the treasure. Along with a clue that will make people know they are worth solving. Use the flashlight to convince the locals I'm a god. Turn that fucker off and come up with a plan. With no infrastructure or cloud to Google how to build a battery, I would probably just beat it to all my saved porn then die of dysentery. Use the smartphone to trick people into thinking I have magic and try to rise in power quickly as possible. Hope it doesn't die. Low power mode and low brightness will help keep it alive. Also airplane mode. Trying to explain airplane mode in 1819. Okay, so we press this button whenever we fly in order to turn off communications. You can fly. Die with a fancy flashlight. Smash it so no one can get the tech. Then live a simple life of a farmer and have 24 children. Show people all the fucked up pictures and videos I get sent on WhatsApp and of course all the sick memes. Then I'd probably just sell it to some rich science tech guy and go bang bitches. Probably die because I'm black. Check Reddit. See, I don't have service. Close Reddit. Close phone. Look around for 3 seconds. Check Reddit. Get teenage Stalin addicted to hentai. Show the people the weird porn saved on my phone. Now I got the attentions. Then display for them the best of the podcast episode from my saved collection. Move on to a round of Angry Birds. Then show them the magic of the virtual lighter fire. Show them magic paintings of my selfies that change with the push of a button with great detail, greater than any artist of the time. Next, play my top 3 tunes saved on my phone. Demonstrate a picture for the common folks. Show them instantly their picture and the first selfie ever taken. Play for them a short movie of what the future is like from my saved movies. Wait for rumors to spread of my awesome magic. Wait for the monarchy to come calling for a display. Show them said magics. Wait for approval and wealth. Kick out the old Merlin. Gain the king's ear. Before the batteries die, inform the king that this power is limited and start a cult to mine and forge the needed energy source and transfer technology to recharge the phone for future knowledge. King will comply. In the meantime, while we wait decades for this magic to return to power, I will perform small miracles/inventions to keep his favor. First up, inventing the pocket pussy for his majesty, for his pleasure. Second, show them simple electricity concepts and how to make an electric generator, which will help spawn the revitalization of my magic screen. Third, invent the steam engine, which will help said electric generator and also move forward travel via train and ship. Fourth invention is the bicycle. We shall allow women to ride them first by telling them that it helps with menstruation. 5th, speaking of women, go ahead and invent the tampon, because it's just fucking cotton on a string. No more need for rags. When my first kid is born, he or she will be named Steve Jobs. I will give Steve my sacred smartphone on my deathbed. Will tell her or him to change the world with it and be gone. This is not a Steve Jobs origin story. This is a fuck you for creating a monster that costs almost $1,000 to buy.